Genius.
Local
Genius.
Local
Genius.
Local
Genius.
Local Genius.
Genius.
Yeah, boy. What's good, bro?
You know, episode 9. Woo! Oh shit! Yeah, 9.
Right, bro.
Damn, that's a good thing. I almost was. Man, could contain itself.
Nothing, bro. Ain't what?
Bruh, that's a good thing. I didn't even know the episode number.
You know, they all go in tandem, man, hand in hand.
I'm Wizz.
It's one big movie.
Chris 3000 to my left here. And we
Let's
in this
go.
joint.
Yeah, man, we in this joint.
Yeah.
As you can see, man, I was on their website. No, I was actually on Instagram, and I was just kind of like, it just kind of popped up. And I was like, damn, these are the freshest do-rags like I ever seen. So I wore one on the last episode, and I tagged them in it, and they hit me up and was like, yo, man, thanks for tagging us, blah, blah, blah. So, man, we actually, they sent us some do-rags, man, and they got the dopest, like, do-rags I've ever seen. Like, so, y'all go to superstitch.com or just look them up on IG as well.
Superstitch.com.
Premium do-rags, bro.
The IG is Superstitch.
Yep, Superstitch. You'll see it.
Bet.
Man, I couldn't decide which one to rock today, but I went ahead with the joints that go with the the threes. You know what I'm saying?
They got flavors.
Had to rock the joint with the threes today.
Many flavors.
I can't stop holding them and looking at them joints, bro.
Yo, the packaging.
It's fresh as hell, but
it's just, man, this shit's sleek.
Yeah.
Simple, hard. That's love. We got
Yeah.
new family members.
Yes,
Superstitch.
sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you for showing love.
See the
This is the best do-rag I think I've ever worn.
I just tagged him I was like, man, this is where I got this do-rag from. Like, so it just happened.
Superstitch. Then my do-rag. Then my do-rag. Then my do-rag. Superstitch. Then my do-rag. Then my do-rag. Then my do-rag. Superstitch. Then my do-rag. Then my do-rag.
How you feel though, man?
Blessed.
Bless up.
Blessed to be in the land of the living. Doing what I
Definitely.
love. Creating.
Definitely.
With my brother.
Man, yo, so I needed to ask you, like, as a producer, we both feel that it's important to learn how to run your own sessions.
Yes.
Especially when studio prices are like kind of through the roof sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, the value of like sitting down, learning Pro Tools, learning how to record vocals, mix and everything.
Yeah. It's the perfect time to learn what you need to. This is the information era.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bro? You can cut the YouTube on.
Yeah.
YouTube University has never failed me.
I mean, it's all types of there's all types of tutorials and, you know, one step by step things to, you know, teach you.
Yep. But it's important to know like how to run your own session, to be self-sufficient.
Was it difficult to you? Tough process?
It was never difficult.
Yeah.
It was just, it's like with anything starting out, it's a learning curve. You just gotta like be patient with like learning certain things. But usually there's like engineers who will give you some tips, like quick keys. I know I'm an Apple user, Mac user, so there's like quick keys that make your life way simple, way more easier on Pro Tools.
Yeah.
But man, it's running them sessions is a lifesaver, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I had a teachable moment. I was in the studio with an artist, and I guess the engineer wasn't there, or we didn't have an engineer, and it was like a pretty dope artist, but she didn't know how to run like Pro Tools or anything, and
wow.
I knew how to hit record, and that was it.
And that's
you know
it.
what I'm saying? I didn't really know.
Did you know how to stop
my way
that?
around. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I
Might
knew
as
how
well
to
hit record
it.
forever.
I knew how to record and stop and like I mean, it was kind of self-explanatory because, you know, we make beats, so it's the same kind of setup.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I wasn't good with like the mixing and all the cutting up the vocals the right way, nudging and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, it was a teachable moment, man. I really tried to sit down after that and like try to learn that stuff. I'm still learning it, but
bro,
it was important, bro.
Hell yeah, you gotta. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to, but you'll find you get a lot more done.
Yeah,
and you can be a lot more efficient in sessions with artists. And then it's just like an extra like notch like for you, or like they'll look at you like differently, like yo, he can run the sessions, or like, you know what I'm saying?
You're adding value.
Yeah, definitely adding value, which you should know your value because I got it on the whiteboard, the docket.
Boom.
Yeah, know your value, but like everything on the pod, I always like speak from my experiences, and I feel like with knowing your value, you won't get into like bad contracts and like sign on with bad management or bad management agreements if you like know your worth. And with that, you have to like really do your research, like research as much as you can about the industry. You know what I'm saying? Like as many of the ins and outs as you can, like the revenue streams from it, like how you make money, what publishing is. Like really break down like the revenue streams for producers. I don't know if like producers like know how many there are.
Plenty.
And know that they're well within their rights to ask, you know, for whatever their half of or their publishing shares.
Yeah.
You know, they don't even, you know, they'll sell a beat or lease a beat, and they're writing away their rights because they don't know that they're, you know,
entitled
excuse me, that's the word I was looking for. Entitled to their publishing.
Right.
And that shit is like vital. It's kind of scary that it's a lot of people out there that don't even know that still.
Right.
But
when did you start like being cognizant, or when did you start being conscious of that stuff? At what point?
It's like, I guess the more people you get around in the industry, people who have insight, you just kind of pick up tidbits and you like start learning the business that way. Or you can read a book, you know what I'm saying? Or read, now literally everything you want to know is on YouTube, bro.
Right.
Everything.
And I hear that you should never sign anything without a lawyer present.
Definitely not.
Oh.
And a red flag would be management trying to like entice you or like, you know, get you to sign like, man, come on, man, it's all good. You ain't gotta do that. You know, I got you. It's a family, bruh. It's all types of nastiness out there, bro.
Cap.
It's all types of nastiness like that.
Cap.
So you gotta, you know, be mindful
Facts.
of that. Build the best team for you. I can never stress enough how important your team is. It literally don't even matter how talented you are, because as you can see, how many whack beats have you? Like, how many? I ain't gonna even say whack beats, but like beats that you know that you can create, like with your eyes closed, that are like everywhere in commercials,
right,
video games, everywhere, movies, whatever.
Yeah,
it's those like they have like teams or like, you know, specific people who are like really good at what they do. They maybe have a crazy network, or like they can get your shit like anywhere. Having a team is so important, and to know that early on is like a currency. And don't be afraid to like fire people if you have to. You know what I'm saying? Just to like and move pieces around just to build the best team.
Right.
For you.
As far as building a team though, should you? It's kind of touchy, I think, because a lot of people are easily, I guess, impressed by names, and there are some. So you're trying to build your team, but like you don't want to
showing proof.
Yeah.
If you got somebody who is like they're legit bringing you good opportunities, they may not be the biggest, but they can be opportunities that lead to big major opportunities or like other opportunities.
Right. So just knowing the difference between building relationships and coattail riding.
Yeah.
Right.
You'll have there's certain people who they just talk shit, talk a great game, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas they can't rub two opportunities together.
And that's
they can't make a sandwich with the opportunity.
And that's one of the big problems that people run into especially in LA or in the music industry in general.
Shit. Yeah, you gotta man, cuz
there's so many
you have to know how to look for that. It's like look for that nasty ass talk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of that shit, bro.
Yeah.
It's a lot of that shit.
You know, you just have to be able to, weed those people out, and they're easy to see. They're easy to see a lot of times.
They are, but they usually be motherfuckers who can't really do shit for you.
Right.
Toxic, conflict of interest. Stay away from those parties as well.
Right.
Like, it's not the best.
Right. Have there been those moments where just interactions didn't work out between you and an artist?
There's been artists that have been difficult. I work with a bunch of like difficult artists, but it was just
explain difficult though. In some instances, is it like they don't like, or what is it?
Man, for me, picky artists. Sometimes artists who don't know what they want, like you will produce what they want or what will be a good fit for them, something that'll be a crazy record or whatever, but they can't see it because they have all of these different like references, but it's like other shit, and I be wanting the artist to like kind of like find something that they didn't know that they were looking for, Right. I ain't never really worked with like nothing crazy. No artists that been on like no fucking smack the fruit bowl over shit like that.
Right.
I done been through some studio hazing before.
Studio hazing.
Not like actual fucking fraternity hazing,
kind of
like just on some like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, kind of how you the story you told about being in Tim's camp.
Yeah, shit like that.
That type of stuff.
Well, bruh, my first session, I think it was like my first professional session. PD Pablo, bruh. Man, PD my dog now. But then, bruh, PD just, gave me a hard time, bruh. But it was like some tough love shit. Cause
like
he
what?
Fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? What? I don't know, bruh. That nigga used to call me Captain. Bruh, I wore a green polo one time. And from then on, I was Captain Green shirt, bruh. Like, man said, Captain Green shirt, come on. In his PD voice.
Did you tell him, like, don't call me that?
Nah, hell no, nigga. I was just, I was just fucking going with the flow, I would laugh and like whatever. I was cool, but I was trying to get a placement. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That shit wasn't too crazy. Yeah, nigga, I'm from Memphis. You already know. I'm like,
right.
You know how I
fired his ass back up.
Hell yeah. But, coming from Memphis, bruh, it's such a gift and a curse because in like being in an opportunity that you just like, it seems like too good to be true. So you'll end up like sometimes like walking on eggshells because you don't want to fuck that opportunity up. But you'll miss out on like maybe leveling up and just like understanding that you're there for a reason and like communicate and like, really tell people how you feel about shit and not hold shit in because you feel like you're gonna lose, like you're gonna have to go home or whatever. I was in that position so many times where I'm like, damn, if I like really voice how I feel, I might have to go back to the house, nigga. It ain't shit there for me to like get this music shit off. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like I feel for years I just kept a whole lot of shit in that I was experiencing and like wasn't really talking to nobody. Like I was, I was kind of expressing my grievances to like management, but you know, they'll just be like, you know what I'm saying, just gotta be patient and like shit like that.
It just kind of all of that feelings or that type of vibe dissolved over time, where you were able to.
Yeah, it dissolves over time. The longer you remain in the industry and just like make more relationships and become more comfortable with like the industry, because the industry is a motherfucker, and it's like it can be hard to navigate, especially being like a humble, quiet, observant person.
Right.
It can be tough to navigate because the industry is nothing. It's a swamp of snakes,
very cutthroat,
gators, fucking flesh-eating carnivorous motherfucking businessmen.
Right.
Redo the drums right quick, cuz. You make me wanna rethink the drums. Rethink the drums. Rethink the drums. Bum-ba-bum-bum. Rethink the drums. Tapping on the booty on the drums. Tapping on the booty like the drums. That should be like bum-ba-bum-bum. Tapping on the booty like the drums. That shit be like bum 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 bum.
ha ha. Watch out, 'cause you know I'm only about that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing. Girl, you know you better watch out, 'cause you know I'm only about that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing. Hey,
my shades are on, bro.
Hey,
my fucking
that shit crazy.
Fuck with that.
Girl, you know I'm only about girl. Crazy. Yo. Shit sound like a bunch of sprites popping like. y'all hear these drums? This is stupid.
Just like filled the last bubble of my Scantron, nigga. Done.
Slam the paper down.
Slam the shit.
Threw the pencil in the garbage.
Bitch up.
Bruh, so look, man, how do we decipher what is a how do producers know how to decipher what is a hit?
How do we?
I ain't gonna talk no more. Done said it already. Done did it already.
My voice crack might say, I ain't gonna say it no more.
Don't say it no more. What I was gonna say?
I'm saying it to you, nigga.
I came up here to talk in your man in your face.
I'm here to talk in your man in your face.
Best interview ever. Bruh.
What you was finna ask?
Oh yeah, I was talking about hits, I think.
Hits.
Alright, so
producing a hit?
Deciphering, like, producers, I guess for producers, like, how do they decipher what is a hit versus what is gonna be, I mean, how do they know what's a hit, basically?
Infectious.
As far as
infectious.
just the beat?
Just the beat. If people responding to it, usually there's specific things in a beat that, like, you immediately get a reaction from a consumer. The 808 is one of them. Hence the reason, but the majority of the songs on the Hot 100 has 808s in them shits.
Yep.
People fucking love 808s. 808s is something that is, you know, it's almost like a cheat these days to put that shit in there. But I think it's as long as there's an infectious element to the beat to where every time people hear it, they like move or they like, you know what I'm saying? They react to it.
Right.
Beat wise.
Dope.
You were just talking about the beat though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the beat. Because
any more brain busters for me?
Wow. Disrespect.
It's foolishness. This is audible foolishness, bruh.
What the fuck is wrong with you, bruh? Nasty beard ass.
Shit is retarded. Yep.
That's
really it though.
The drum pattern you
producing
have there,
producing a hit. Like, I would say, don't try to like make a hit because then you'll be trying to like
force
mimic the format of something that already was. I still like to think that the people make hits. You know,
the people decide.
The people decide, but we should just do what we feel like we should do, and whenever in any moment that inspires us, and a hit will come from that. A hit can come from that, and you're not trying to like chase a hit, but try to just make dope shit, dope music.
Okay. I just wanted to answer that for people because a lot of people get caught up in that, trying to make
a hit.
Yeah, trying to make.
Ooh, we just made a hit. We just made a smash. Nigga, if I had a quarter for every time I heard that.
Quarter.
Yo, we just made a smash.
Yeah, man.
Smashing Pumpkins member looking at niggas who say that shit. Pricing $5,000 per beat standard.
It's not for you. It's for the producers.
For the producers. Yes.
What are the pricing? What are the pricing standards? Are there standards?
That's a standard.
So people who sell beats for $250 or
$250.
$250.
I mean, they can do what they gotta do. I mean, that's usually like
those
brown paper bag money, right? People, that don't have like situations or like budgets and.
I'm trying to put this in words for producers out here watching. Like, because a lot of producers don't know how to price their beats, price their music.
Back to the beginning, we were talking about knowing your value.
Mm-hmm.
They should know their value.
Right.
They should understand the importance of intellectual property as it pertains to value. Like, your ideas are valuable. It's like a mindset thing. You have to, make sure that you look at every idea you have as like something that can potentially become an asset or create wealth.
I ain't got nothing to say.
Entertain the viewers, bro.
All right.
Hey, man.
I don't mind telling me what to do.
Entertain the viewers, bro.
Man, don't tell me what to do, man.
You gonna entertain the viewers?
I'm trying, bruh.
Yo, we got cameras in here like, this ain't the media.
Man, let's
This
talk
the
about
last album.
I want to talk about this pricing though, because you said $5,000. Is that just for anyone, or is that?
Well, I mean, if a label is like interested in buying a song from you or beat from you,
Okay.
5,000 is like industry standard.
Clarity.
If you're still on the brown paper bag shit, man, get it.
Brandon. Explain to them.
What the brown paper bag?
Brown paper bag shit.
The brown paper bag shit is just hood, street, any informal transaction that's outside of the confines of like a corporate type of a structure.
Okay.
So, Instagram, if you just meet somebody who don't have a deal, they're indie, it's like brown paper bag type shit,
Right.
So that can be, I just feel like, all right, if I look at it like art sales, let's say it's a new painter, boom, he finna sell his first painting for $100. Boom, you're excited, nigga, it's my first time getting $100 for this painting. The next time you sell a painting, you might bump it up to $150. The price goes up as your name gets around,
and your
as your
experience.
art and your experience. You're gaining experience in growing as an artist, as a producer. So, boom, you bump up to 500. Boom, you bump up to 1,000, 1,500, and it also depends on like your services. You may be a producer who is an engineer. You may be mixing your music, like
You're actually producing.
producing records. You may have a reference, a song, which you would then be entitled to the writer share. I mean, the producer shares like the writer shares as well. It's like, it can be tricky. Just know the value, but start somewhere.
So
And don't sell yourself too short.
Right.
Do not look at it as you might have made it in 5 minutes, but it could potentially be a song that could bring in millions
Right.
in revenue.
Right. So it's for those. I'm saying this all for those producers who aren't, industry savvy, who don't know how to price their music.
Yeah.
That's the reason I wanted to bring that up. So this is why we're here, to inspire and inform.
Yep, to inspire and inform.
So wanting you guys to take these gems, because you don't really get these just anywhere.
It was one other thing I wanted to say too.
Spit it out. Know your worth, nigga.
Know your worth. Know your worth. And your price ain't always got to be at $250 a beat. Take it up to $500. And I mean, if you have a relationship with someone, it's okay to continue with the same pricing. It may not be like, it may not be 5,000 or whatever, but just like this game is all about relationships too. That's a big part of this.
Yeah, facts. Let's talk about why producers, not beat makers, should they know how to write songs or hooks.
They don't have to. It helps.
It helps.
It helps in
Or just to
you
know
getting your
what-
song sold.
Right.
For sure.
To know structure.
Yeah. It helps you in learning how to produce a record, how to make a song. It helps. Help
Right.
me. Shit.
Yeah, I'm in that process right now, learning how to write.
How to write? Yeah.
Hooks, at least. I'm gonna start out with hooks. I'm not much of a songwriter. I'm really good with writing in general, but not like on a song base. So I'm getting into that now.
Yeah, you ain't even got to try it out. If you don't like it, cool. Find you a writer, but it's best to know your strengths.
Mm-hmm. Oh, facts.
Don't necessarily have to like
point.
Write. It's a lot of times I didn't write. I don't write shit because I may not have been feeling it. But if it's something that I know for a fact is crazy, then I'm gonna like sell it as that.
Right.
But just know your strengths.
Definitely.
Producers, do not sell the rights. You should always say, like, or make it making some sort of verbal agreement if you're not doing a paperwork or something that's stating, or an email is binding, that when you selling these beats for $250 and $500, I think the first beat I ever sold was like $125, bro. Like,
leasing and
don't sell the rights ever,
right?
Because you won't be entitled to the publishing if you sell the rights of it. They'll be able to like receive publishing shares from that record.
So is selling your rights, could giving up your track stems be a form of giving up your rights?
Hell, nigga, the stems that's the master.
Keep your stems.
That's you have no leverage if you give the stems.
Right.
If you give them like the files, like,
right. Because
people
be always hitting you with that text like, yo man, send over the stems.
I mean,
like,
but then if you have a relationship with the artist, then it's cool.
It comes back to relationships.
Because they own a piece of the master as well.
Full circle to relationships. But
yeah.
Until you know what you really are into and what's gonna happen with the song and everything.
Yeah, because they could take the stems. I mean, negative. That's negative. I don't even want to say that.
Wait, what's negative?
If they take the stems and like don't pay you.
Oh.
They got the song. They can get it mixed. They can do whatever.
Yeah, that's happened.
Masters.
I've had that happen to one of my friends before.
Yeah. So hold out. Listen, communication is vital. You got to communicate these things so people aren't expecting you to just send things. And don't be so nice. Don't be so in the moment to create, or be in the moment that you have this golden opportunity of a placement or whatever it is, that you make rash decisions, and next thing you know, the song is out and you have no publishing on that joint, and that hoe is mixed pristinely because you gave them the stems. With no stems, you have no leverage.
No leverage at all. Good shit, bro.
No stems, no leverage.
Good shit, man. I fuck with that. These answers. Very detailed answers. Finally got it out of you.
And I'm going to reiterate.
Yes.
Hey, man. I'm a painter. I'm a painter now.
You're, like, in last episode, you are everything.
I'm everything. I'm everything, and I'm a painter. What can I say?
Wait, if you're a painter, if you're everything, that includes painting. So don't say
Hey,
that.
listen, man. I don't make the rules, B. Dumb drums.
Dumb drums. Hey. Was that the end of the episode? I am when I say we in.